Hello everyone, it's Average Gamer Cabby, bringing you a replay. This is a little bit of an older one, but it's a really good one. It's between Drewbiewho is our blue Terran spawning lower left, and IdrA, who is our red Zerg, and he's spawning in the upper left. So let's see. I like watching older games to remind me these guys, like how they've evolved and how their gameplay has evolved. Now, IdrA's always been a macro beast, so I'm sure that we will see, the same sort of thing here. But it'll be really interesting to see. This game's really old. You can tell because the production tab looks like this, and you can't even get name things up. It's pretty ridiculous. I love how well these guys know each other. Like when you get pro games that you're watching, it's hilarious. Alright, we've got Drewbiewith a pretty standard opening, 10 a 10 supply depot. IdrA starting his scout and droning up, and probably see like a 15-16 pool and hatch out of IdrA. That's what he usually does. Drewbie starting up his first barracks at 13 supplies, so he's also going for, like, doesn't look like he's going for too much early pressure or anything like that, because he's not doing like a 12-14 or an 11-11 or something for barracks. Just one at a time, going nice and slow, going for an early gas. So we're going to see some tech quick, I think. Talking about the Asian players on the Asian server, that's really funny. I guess they were cheesing him pretty hard, so he doesn't feel like playing over there anymore. Spawning pool's down at 16. This one here. Let's see if we're going to do our hatch. That would be my guess. Scouts are still out. Oh no, third scout, I think, going for that far position. Should see a scout or a hatchery from IdrA soon, though. Not often that he doesn't do an expand early. But again, older game. Who knows how his playstyle has changed? I haven't been watching him for that long, so I don't know 100% what he used to be like. So, looks like he's going for some lings early here. That's pretty cool. And I don't think that the scout. Let's just take a look here at views. Yeah, he hasn't found him yet. The scout. This is Drewbie's point of view right now. Pretty cool to watch. He's gonna wall in. He's gonna block that probe in, or that drone in, not let it get out. And IdrA has obviously found him. That's what we were just watching. So let's go back to viewing everyone here and see what they're looking at. Back to production here. So we do have a reactor coming in. Ling speed underway, but not anywhere close to done yet. Looks like this SCV is probably going to fall. The wall off is going well here for Drewbie. And still not much action, just gassing. Probably going for a 1-1-1 opening, like that's where they do the barracks, then they do the factory, and then, ooh, this is interesting, we've got the command center coming in, so maybe a little bit of a different build order here. Both lifting off here, switching spots so that they can go with the reactor. And we've got quick Hellion pressure coming, it looks like. So it looks like into Hellions instead of not quite a 1-1-1, but similar build. Instead of the starport going down, we're going to have that expand. Hatcheries down for IdrA here, sending that queen over so that it can immediately start infusing, or whatever the heck you call it. Spawn larvae. You guys will have to forgive me, I'm super tired. It's been a long week. Here we go, more lings. Lots of lings from IdrA too. I mean, I don't know. Now I would call that an overproduction probably, because if he's scouting properly, he would have seen the factory coming in. He would have known that he's probably going to see Hellion pressure, and Hellions are going to tear those lings up if he would stop to shoot them. There we go. Drewbie trying to micro around him, but not doing too good of a job there, losing both. A few lings. That's so funny. Now that would have been like a completely different engagement. IdrA would not have made this many. We would have had that spine crawler down from the scout. They have evolved quite a bit. This is awesome to watch. I'm actually really excited now. Starting to break down the rocks here. We've got another factory coming in, another barracks. We've got lots of Hellions here, completing the wall off, and the first expansion is going to be
up here, which is not where you'd expect it to be. Most people would expect it here, so maybe trying a little bit of a mix-up here for IdrA, trying to confuse him a little bit. But IdrA is going to see that right away, see that this is where the expand is, and that is that. I mean, he already knows where he's expanded. So if DrewBie was trying to pull a little bit of a trick by not expanding here, it's been seen. Look at all these Hellions. Tons of Hellions coming in. But this Spinecrawler should be able to scare them away. IdrA seeing what's coming, most likely from his Overlord positioning. That's one thing that IdrA's always been good at too, macro and just the positioning of every Overlord. Like, he has such a great view of his opponent's army right now, and there's nothing really that DrewBie can do to get rid of them. It's just impressive. It's great. Let's see what DrewBie's got going on in his base here. Still working on those rocks. Second gas coming in finally. We've got this Rax landing. Tanks on the way and siege working. We've got a Spire coming in from IdrA, and not much else. So it looks. Oh, we've got the Infernal Pre-Igniter underway too. So it looks like DrewBie's going to be sticking with that. What do you call it? Sorry. It's not siege mode on the way. I see. It's blue flame basically. So I guess he's sticking with that heavy Hellion build and steering clear of sieging up his tanks. Maybe he's just using that tank as a wall off. But let's see if we're about to see an engagement up here. We've got quite a few. Oh, going for a run by here. Successful run by. Blue flame complete and tearing through those lings with that blue flame upgrade. Got to get around that queen. Going for the mineral line, I'm guessing. All those lings gone, but all those Hellions in the red. 6 life, 24 life, 22 life, not much life at all. Don't line those up. Oh gosh, this is scary. Starting to fall, one left, and they all fall. So let's see if we can see units lost here. 28 units lost by IdrA, 9 units lost by DrewBie. I would call it fairly even though, because I don't think he killed too many probes, which is nice. 5 missile turrets on the way. I guess he managed to see that Spire and knew what was coming. And Thor on the way as well. That's just fantastic timing. IdrA is amazing at harassing with these though, so we'll have to see what he can pull off. Another run by coming up here. That's not going to get very far. It's already toast basically. And look at this. 2 groups of mutas merging up here, getting ready to harass a little bit. Taking out these. Oh, trying to take out the missile turret. Let's take a look at the health here. Losing some mutas. Not very good. Going to take out the gas, which is nice right now. Especially because DrewBie's been doing. Well, I mean, he hasn't really been doing a tech-heavy build at all, actually. I mean, he's moving into Thors now, which he'll need gas for, but there's no real need for a heavy gas. I mean, he's been doing Hellions, which is pretty much all minerals so far, other than the tank and the siege that we see out. And the blue flame upgrade, I guess, would be the other thing. DrewBie working on his vehicle weapon number 1. We've got an army, a little bit of an army massing here. IdrA just taking a look and seeing what DrewBie has going on there, I think. DrewBie completing the wall off in the meantime. Yay for Terran. Going for a third over here, starting his expand. Still great Overlord spread. Like, look at IdrA's view right now. I mean, he has like half, well, I'd say about a third of the map just completely open for him to see. A little bit of an engagement here. Just keeping DrewBie on his toes, I think. Just poking and prodding, knowing he's not going to do any serious damage unless DrewBie slips up big time. But yeah, that's, I mean, just doing what he can really. Not much going on at the base up here. We've got ground carapace coming in. We've got mutas working up. We've got banelings on the way, which is interesting. Maybe going for a bit of a baneling bust in there. And we've got all the upgrades started here. We just have siege mode finishing up, more siege tanks coming in, got infantry and vehicle level 1 upgrades coming. IdrA still droning up, knowing he's got his third coming in here, and he's massing his mutas just bottom center of the map here. So be interesting to see where this is going. I can't wait for this next engagement. I mean, IdrA's probably going to try and poke. Look at this. We have a command center on the way. Starport coming in. Fairly even in supply, I think, right now. We're at 104 and 113, so we have very close in supply, which is actually a little bit unusual. You'd expect the Zerg player to sort of explode soon and go for the max, especially with a third coming up. But IdrA spent a lot of time teching up to mutas, and then also now he's going into Banelings, and we've got Stimpack and Combat Shield on the way from DrewBie. So some Marine. What does he got here? Marine, Siege. Like that's where his game has evolved, I guess. He's gone from that heavy Hellion sort of attempted harass to Thor's in response, from IdrA's mutas that he's massed up here, and now we're going to see some tank Marine play, and I think he's going to break down these rocks so he has quick access to IdrA's base. IdrA massing him up here, getting ready to move in. I mean, we've got nothing but supply depots in this corner, and if that command center fell, that would be painful, I think, at this point. I mean, he doesn't have any other command center started, so he would be behind in expanding quite a bit. But IdrA does not know that. He doesn't know that it's here. He doesn't know where it's going to be flying, and it looks like... Where is that heading? He's heading up here, so he's expanding straight up the side. That's pretty interesting. That's a pretty cool strat. He's going to go for the gold. IdrA fully mining out of his third, going for those second level of upgrades for ground level carapace. Infestation pit coming in, so he's going for either hive tech or infestors, but there's the hive already. So hive coming in, so we're going to see some hive tech. Mutas spreading, taking out the Thor, taking out the... Oh yeah, that's great. Taking out the turret there as well, going for the second Thor here, and Marines are on their way. They're stimmed, they are running, but IdrA is going to pull out. He has done the perfect thing there, which is do a little bit of damage, don't overcommit, force your opponent to move his army wherever you want, and then fly away. I mean, that's how you get ahead, those little pokes. So we're at 165 supply to 129 now for DrewBie. So pretty large lead for IdrA, a little over 30. Holy army up here. We've got Banelings, we've got Zerglings, we've got Banelings coming in. Just a pretty ridiculous army right now. And tons of minerals. Going for his fourth up here. Sorry, I gotta clean my mouse off. A little bit of dust. Look at this army rushing in. Gotta get away from that planetary defense. Or the planetary fortress, sorry, because it is just tearing through his lings. That was not as successful an attack as I'm sure IdrA wanted it to be. I mean, he's sitting at 141 supply now. DrewBie sitting at 122, so very similar. I mean, a little bit closer in the supply count now, obviously. But IdrA going to macro back up pretty quick, focusing on droning up a little bit, I believe. I thought I saw some drones in production a second ago. Vehicle weapons 2 and more missile turrets coming in from DrewBie. Adrenal glands coming in. That's going to be amazing for his langs for IdrA there. And then we've also got these mutas working on killing everything they can. All these Marines, though, are just completely scaring them away. The Marines right now are the only thing holding this together for DrewBie. He's going to have to push out and do some sort of damage soon to IdrA, because at this point in time, like, IdrA's just poking and prodding and completely shutting him down. But the other thing is this gold base is going to keep him ahead for sure, DrewBie, if he can mine that efficiently. The interesting thing, though, is that he's not got his mules there, which, oh my gosh, losing huge portions of his army here. He's got to keep kiting, but huge portions of his army lost there, big chunks. Forces an extra stim there. That was a little bit of an instinctive stim. I don't think he needed that, but just in case the army was coming, he wanted them to be stimmed and ready to go. A little bit of a drone transfer here, and he'll probably pull ones from his main as these mineral fields start to die down and send them over. There go a bunch now. But that was a pretty huge victory for IdrA there. We're at 146 supply for IdrA. DrewBie's at 122, so still about 20 apart. So I mean, maybe not as big a lead as I thought it was. It looked like IdrA was destroying him in that, but maybe not so much. DrewBie also going for a fourth now. Pretty awesome that he can keep up. Concussive shells coming in, switching to a little bit of Marauder play. That's interesting at this point, because we've seen a lot of Zerglings, and Marauders are not that effective against mass Zerglings. I mean, they're good for kiting if it's like roaches and stuff, but not that good against mass slaying.
Maybe, yeah, you know what it is? It's so he can focus fire the Banelings, I'm guessing, and slow them down so they can't attack. IdrA sending out his scout here, and seeing what kind of army we have here. We have now got, look at these, Ultralisks on the field. Upgrades are sitting at 2 for Carapace, and no weapon upgrades, which is very unusual. Usually weapon upgrades are the only thing you want to get first, because they're the only thing that affects your gameplay no matter what. Meaning that if you take weapons upgrades, or if you take defensive upgrades and you attack and there's your opponent, come on, I'll tell you after this. A little bit of engagement, scaring IdrA off here, I think. Yeah, DrewBie able to scare him off. Knew exactly what IdrA was doing, those scouts. But yeah, you want to take weapon upgrades, because if you attack your opponent's base and your opponent has nothing there, the weapon upgrades are going to help you kill things faster. Whereas if you have armor upgrades, they're wasted, because the armor upgrades are going to do nothing for you in that case. So basically, in every case, the weapon upgrades help you, but not in every case the armor upgrades help you. So it's a little bit unusual that he's going for those ground upgrades. No, does this say 4? Am I confused? Why does that say 4? Oh, he's got his Ultralisks upgraded. That was really confusing. We got 5 Ultralisks coming in. Zerg, Carapace number, oh my gosh, 3 coming in. So these Ultralisks are just getting armored to the teeth right now. IdrA still just macroing. I mean, like, when you think about the amount of army that he's going to be able to create with the minerals, the gas that he has, if now that he's maxed, right, he's just saving up. So it's going to be awesome to see where he goes with this. But he can afford to throw units away now. He's going for his 5th here. Finally getting ready to take a gold base, which is pretty sweet. We've got DrewBie with his massive army moving out right now. IdrA getting caught a little bit off guard, I think, here with this. But wow, are these Ultralisks ever tearing through it. I mean, there is no contest in this right now, but DrewBie doing a really good job kiting them and stimming and going into his bunkers here. But IdrA not wanting to overcommit, backs up, spends all his minerals on reinforcements, back up to 176 supply, and DrewBie's down to 119 supply. IdrA's 5th here, 5th here is working on gas, but mining pretty efficiently. These gold bases, if I remember right, yeah, there's only 6 of them here, so your mining is actually at peak efficiency at 12, which is exactly what he has it there. Moving in with, again, Ultras here, trying to tear down this base, I think, and Ultras are doing a great job, but he's backing them up. I guess he saw these reinforcements coming in, knew it was a losing battle. He's going to need a lot more there. I wonder what IdrA's upset about. This is such a joke. Huh. I don't understand why. Pulling all of his scouts in, I guess. Well, he's patrolling these now, looking for drops. That's a really cool strategy. I don't see a lot of that. Oh my gosh, trash talking DrewBie? Wow. IdrA, that's mean, bro. I guess he's really raging right now. Going for some drops here, but IdrA prepared. Look at all these Ultras just following. Gonna break down those rocks. We've got some... looks like we're prepping for some drops and infestors, but I mean, IdrA can't really be that upset. I mean, he's not really doing much. He's what, massing Ultras? I mean, like, what is he expecting right now? He's not doing anything interesting. He's not working on infestors to do like infested Terran drops. He's not doing anything unique or interesting. So I mean, I don't know what he's pissy about. Drops like this are really cool because there's no way for him to get to them unless no ventral sacs are not complete, pathogen glands are not complete. But it's only 2 of these guys here. I guess just forcing IdrA to work on these. Oh no, he did lose some. Look at this, he did lose some Ultras. That's funny. Going to be able to break down the rocks, I think. Probably not going to lose any more Ultras, but the damage has been done. Look at this, one at 124. A lot of damage by that one drop. Pretty impressive use of 2 Marauders there. Look at this attack moving in here, going for the hive, which would be very, very deadly. IdrA's army pretty out of position here. A lot of stims going on. Here come the Ultras. We've got the infestors coming in too. Infestors not doing... Oh, yep. Some great fungals, actually. Full coverage on the fungals. That's really going to hurt them, but there's not really anything attacking them right now. Here come the Ultras, dying quick. I mean, the upgrades are full. 3 on the shot cannons here. You got 3 for... Oh, he finally cleans it up. That is close. Wow, it'll be interesting to see what they're at now. We're at 181 supply for IdrA and 134 for DrewBie. Where is IdrA's supply? Where is this army? I mean, I know it is IdrA, but I know he doesn't have 180 supply worth of drones. IdrA's creep spread pretty weak in this too. I mean, if he's popping out ultras from all these bases, which I think he is, should really be focusing creep spread a little bit more, just so that they can be a little more mobile in meeting up and everything. But this is still 12 ultras. It's all so many ultras. Like, I wonder where he's headed, what he's up to. This is an interesting game because he's trying to meet up with this army, I think, here and move in for a little bit of the kill here. He's waiting for these to get attacked. There it is. Oh no, stim away. Yeah, he better run. Obviously, DrewBie's little force here has no chance against this many ultras. Finally, we've got IdrA working on actual weapon upgrades. I wonder if he has any air units around here that I can check weapons on. Where did all the mutas go? I bet they're all dead. There's some mutas. Nope, no upgrades at all. So they were just purely harass units. He teched up fairly quick to just make them harass units. It's kind of funny. How's DrewBie's mining situation looking? We've got this base mined out, all these doing nothing. This base mined out. We've got an expansion in the works here, but he doesn't really have the, I guess, units or the forces to defend it. And we're down to scraps at the gold base here. So IdrA, I guess, is kind of starving DrewBie out. IdrA's got a lot of bases here. I can't even 3, 4, 5, 6 bases. His army up here. Yeah, pretty ridiculous. I think that's maybe what IdrA's strat is right now, kind of starve him out. This one landing right now, if IdrA can see that and pull back, he could quickly destroy it, but he's not. Oh no, DrewBie cancels the land, which is genius. These ultras getting torn up by just a far superior number of bio units, and their upgrades are full on weapons and 1 armor. So, you know, I'm mad at IdrA right now. I don't like that trash talk that he threw out there. I mean, it wasn't even playful. I don't think DrewBie's doing that bad. I mean, look at this army size, and the composition's pretty interesting too. I mean, he was going Marauders, and I didn't understand why, and it was before IdrA had Ultras out. So, pretty impressive. Taking another base here, we'll see 7 bases here. Looks like this base is toast. No contest there. Back down to 6. DrewBie knows he's got to do that damage, though. I mean, he is low on... well, he's not low on resources if you look at his resource count, but he's low on what he can get from the fields that he has remaining. This gold base almost done. This would be his last mining base. This one here is going to be his second mining base when he gets there. Ultras dropping in on the high ground here just so he can see what's going on, I guess. A lot of Ultras and Infestors here. Infestors, so many bungles. These Ultras should be able to tear through this army pretty quickly, but... wow, losing all the Ultras just to, again, a superior number of forces. That is ridiculous. IdrA's supply, 156. DrewBie's supply, 162. This is the first time in the game we've seen DrewBie come ahead in supply. Still 15 minutes left on the play clock for this game. I mean, it's... whoops, didn't mean to go faster times 2. Sorry about that, guys. But pretty ridiculous. We've got Lings coming in. I mean, if you're IdrA... what do you do here? I mean, I mean, I don't know what you do. What strat do you adopt? I mean, I would probably go into a little bit of Broodlords at this point with Corruptors and stuff. This is interesting. Throwing in the... I don't know where he was going with those Lings, but it would be nice to see him adapt his game a little bit. He's pretty mad. DrewBie. DrewBie is hilarious. You know that, you know, it's funny because DrewBie's doing what you should do. I mean, he's not talking trash to his opponent. What he's doing is he's sort of agreeing with his opponent's position, but just in a way that's going to make him so much madder. I mean, like so much madder. Because when you see someone go, "I love Terran," obviously you love Terran. They're so IMBA. Like, he's just making IdrA mad, and IdrA already making lots of mistakes in his playstyle, like losing all those lings for no reason, not finishing off this siege tank at like 15 life. It's little things like that that add up. I mean, Terrans have a very mobile army. If you're just base ramming the same base over and over again, I mean, with this one right here, why not Mutalisk harass? Like, why not run in here, Muta harass, boom, kill some of those, or Broodlords right here, right now, would be ridiculous. I think, anyways. But if you're IdrA, you've been throwing your face against this for quite a while now. You've got to start thinking to adapt, or mass infestors would be pretty sweet right now too. Throw down those infested Terrans, fungal growth, everything. Watch as they sort of DPS it all down, or do the burrow and move them around to places like this where they can just wipe out this whole mineral line. I think infestors are way underused for what they can do, especially against Terran. Like, there's no way that he would know that there were infestors heading up here. It's just, there's no way. IdrA's scout getting wiped out pretty quick. Huge army coming in again. Working on the back door here. I'm not sure why there's no expansion here. Oh, there is an expansion coming, and we have a second one being built here, which is probably going to be that planetary defense once it's done. That allows this one here to be an orbital, so we can have more scans available, more mules. Gold is finally done, so DrewBie's still on 2 bases, basically. Holy oversaturation, Batman. That is a lot of SCVs. What is that, like 24, 32, 34 SCVs at one base? Ooh, IdrA able to sneak by. Going to be able to, ooh, not force a cancel. See, it's little things like that. Like, if IdrA had left his lings there, he'd be forcing a cancel on it. But he didn't. He pulled them up to back there and completely lost them all. Didn't even take out the SCV. I think you can tell. Oh, come on, I wanted to use the 250mm cannon. And IdrA taking this base, which is a, oh my god, go fuck yourself. IdrA taking this base, which is a pretty gutsy move considering the size of the army that he knows is right here. Great fungals there. Those are really good fungals. But so many. See, this is why you need air. So many medevacs. Pew pew. So many medevacs. IdrA's on 2-3 base mining right now. Should be able to get those units back quick, but I mean, I'm loving watching DrewBie right now because he's doing everything right. He knows that IdrA has no way of getting rid of medevacs, so just mass medevacs and stim like crazy. See if IdrA's still doing the same thing. Going to continue to throw his face against it. IdrA just not adapting at all. Not at all. Maybe going for a quick attack on this base here. The army of DrewBie going to be able to catch him here, force him into a choke point. But the army getting surrounded, I think, by lings. This is going to be devastating for DrewBie here. That was bad positioning for DrewBie. I mean, even if he backed up a little bit more into here, and he had to lose his tank for that, that would have been fine. But that was a little bit of a mistake there by DrewBie, I think, and that's the sort of opening that IdrA needs. More army coming in here. So many medevacs. Going to be able to clean this up, maybe with a mass repair going on, but yep. Mass repair. This guy's dead anyways. Attack these. You know what I mean? Like, little things, man. IdrA's just so frustrated at this point. Chasing away the that hero marauder, chasing away 3 ultras. But yeah, not really much damage done in the end. Killed off an army, but I guess I don't really need to attack. DrewBie. Oh man, you could just tell IdrA's so mad. I mean, DrewBie is doing a good job. I mean, he's intercepting every attack that IdrA's putting on. To me, he's got the perfect army composition to deal with what's coming at him, and he's just massing his medics. Like, all IdrA needs is attack this with some air units too. Like, why not Mutalisk those down? I don't understand. Why not Muta those? I mean, Muta those, and then all these bio units are just toast. Maybe someone can leave a comment, tell me why, because I am confused. I am super confused. This command center turning into a planetary fortress, so it is unable to lift off. I don't know what IdrA's waiting on here. Take this out. Perfect timing, just way off on that. I would completely fungal those. Kill at least one of them. All these heading down here. Back to 2 base mining for DrewBie, but that is plenty for the rate at which he's losing units. I mean, he's barely losing any. He's got to really watch these, though. IdrA missing this opportunity. This is huge. You could be killing all of those right now, but walking away instead. So IdrA at 187, DrewBie 196. Both players almost maxed. Wonder what the next move is going to be. I mean, IdrA's not really doing anything. Going for Corruptors, finally, IdrA. Finally, going for a Greater Spire. I mean, this is what we've been needing. This base here has, like... Oh, never mind. I was going to say there's no one there, but I mean, it doesn't really matter. I guess it's just a gas, like a 1 gas hub. But still, breaking this down and then moving into this sort of area with your Broodlords, especially things like these 4 here that are a complete straight line from this base, and Broodlords could take out quickly. But Broodlords would have been so much... Broodlords and Corruptors, so much better. I mean, I hope that he's not just using those... He is just using those Corruptors for Broodlords. Bring them with your army. Take out those medevacs. He's just allowing DrewBie 100% freedom to rape his units. Not going to die. All these going to die pretty quick. And now working on this base, one of the only bases that's mining right now. And it goes down quick, and DrewBie walking away. IdrA massing his army up down here. Looks like he just successfully held off a push here from this army, and it looks like we're going to have a bit of an engagement, but IdrA's got to be careful with this, because if he moves in with 5 Broodlords against this, they're just going to get torn up quick. So he's got to be very careful with how he engages here. Nice. Able to get a lot of those down. This is a great start to an engagement by IdrA here. Watch those Broodlords, IdrA. And yeah, there's nothing that they can do to stop this from going down. Incoming. Going for the surround quick. Trying to attack. Huge fungals going down. Needs more, like, finally losing some of these medevacs. Gonna completely eradicate his army here. IdrA finally just adapting a little bit. Like, Broodlords, look at the difference they're making right now. Destroy this base. Forces DrewBie down to 1. This whole army caught out of position, but he can't stim it because those medevacs aren't nearby. IdrA knows what's up, I think. These Broodlord, they've got to watch those, though. He can't send them too far in here because they're just going to get destroyed. Alright, this is going to be an interesting thing to see how this ends. He's holding this base off now. He's going for another expansion here. IdrA's got, I think, 1 base mining, 1 base distance mining, so not a lot going on here. Here comes the army. Fungals going down. Attacking from 2 sides. If this base falls, I think that might be it for DrewBie. Look at all these just not doing anything. There they go for the repair. Vikings out, taking out these Broodlords one at a time, slowly but surely. IdrA has no way to defend against that, and he just cannot kill this center because of all the repairs that are happening. But it really eating into the supply sort of savings. Let's see what IdrA has to say here. Oh my god. DrewBie. Yeah, that's what's going on. I think what happened at that point, like now DrewBie has nothing mining, so he's definitely, he knows it's over. But I think the issue here is DrewBie did get a little overconfident. Oh my god, IdrA, so funny. I mean, you know IdrA gets mad and rage quits, but this is just him being mad and rage winning, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, good call, DrewBie. You defend yourself. I think you played a good game. I just think you got overconfident. You never attacked or anything, really. Oh, here we go again. Huge fungal. Nice spot for an engagement for DrewBie because it was a little bit of a choke point, but just his army taking 10 right now to full upgrades. just nothing he can really do. And that is the end of the game. So really funny game. I mean, IdrA just should have adapted like 20 minutes ago and it would have been fine. It took him forever to do Broodlord. So thanks for watching, guys. I'm gonna put up another one soon, and I'm actually gonna spend all night doing this. So there'll probably be a good 5 or 6 extra new videos up. All right. So thanks, guys. We'll see you in the next one.